Um, I'd say people and mission. And the reason is that we certainly have a mission to accomplish in making our customers successful, but in order to accomplish that, it's important for me to put the people first and to ensure that they have the tools that they need to be successful with the customer. And so my job is really to ensure that we have the team, they're trained, and they can accomplish the mission.
Company glue.
Helping people, hopefully. Yeah, but that will be the answer.
My business partner, Will Marlowe, actually inspired me to work in digital marketing. He twisted my arm. No, I've had a long history of working in marketing, and I'd never worked directly in an advertising capacity, so it was a new challenge. And I really like to be at the forefront of, the sales process with customers. It's a very fun place to be. You can really help them grow, and it's also a safe place to be because companies always need to be generating revenue, whether you're in a good market or a bad market.
Well, digital marketing, I feel, is both a creative field, but also there's a lot of exact science and analytics. So I think it's a combination of those two worlds, which makes it very exciting.
It changed a lot. So what I usually say, it changes from Monday to Monday. I will not talk about the tactics, of specifics, but in general, if you were to ask a person in 2021 what is meta, they would probably be confused. So meta is definitely a new thing. We had a lot of privacy policy changes, and in general, AI tools started to be a thing even more.
Well, I think digital marketing changed quite substantially. It depends on the platform. For example, Google still pushes very heavily for automation. We have the introduction of AI tools. For example, AI image generators could be used for visuals. So there's a lot of big stuff going on, I think.
I'd say proactivity. About 10 years ago, I went on a whitewater rafting trip with some friends of mine, and the first rule of rafting that you learn is don't fall out of the boat. That's what everybody says. It's actually, you have to paddle faster than the current. And why is this? Because if you're not paddling faster than the current, you're beholden to the current. It controls you. And I think the same thing is true when you're dealing with clients and client success. You have to paddle faster than the client. You have to be ahead of them, and you have to be leading them in the process to success.
I would say it's endurance, because you are never gonna get the results you expect from the first take. You're never gonna find anything you want from the first take, and there isn't the right type of doing something.
I always prefer fundamentals, so I would probably say psychology. Buyer personas, thinking of the way how people buy, everything linked with psychology is probably one fundamental skill that every marketer should have.
So I would say a curiosity, of not really a skill, but rather maybe an aptitude for learning, because the field is so ever-changing, you have to kind of keep up with a bunch of stuff, essentially.
The tool I can't live without, I would say Slack, but it's really not necessarily Slack. It's really the ability to communicate directly with our team every day, because we're a remote team. We have at least 6 different locations where team members are located around the world, and it's really, really important for us to be able to connect and communicate and work together in a collaborative way wherever we are.
The tool I cannot live without in work is Slack.
So I would say that's Loom. It's a tool for recording your screen, but also yourself as you're narrating whatever you're showcasing. It's great. I mean, I use it with clients all the time to explain something, but also with our internal teams, just to showcase how some task needs to be done, or what their objectives are, and it's way more interactive.
I definitely think AI is going to have a big impact on our industry, but I don't think it's going to replace the need for the human brain and human interaction and analysis to really produce good advertising campaigns.
What AI brought us end of 2022 was, I mean, it still seems like really revolutionary, and as something that is, again, speeding up the time of work. So I have kind of mixed feelings about this. I think it's a very positive and very negative change, and I think ChatGPT can bring a lot, but can also take a lot.
Yeah, I think definitely, no doubt about that. Microsoft launched an integration with ChatGPT for its browser Bing, and Google also has it's working on its own version called Bard, right? So yeah, I think it's going to be here to stay, definitely.
It's Roku, and I say that, you know, with full disclosure that Roku is a system we've developed at the agency to train our staff to become digital marketeers. And now we're looking at how we export that and take that to the next level, because there's digital marketers all over the world that could benefit from the same best practices and technology learning that we've developed to train our own team.
I would say that is actually to work hands-on in digital marketing. There is nothing more that can teach you about our industry, but the moment where you try to apply something you thought you might know.
I would always suggest Roku. This is the internal learning tool that we use in the agency. It is available on Roku.com. This is not a commercial, but at the moment when you ask me, this is the thing that came to my mind.
Yeah, if I had to choose just one, I would say YouTube. There's so much content on learning digital marketing on YouTube, all kinds of creators, different lengths of videos. Like you have something for everyone, so it's very easy to get into that, and everybody's all the time on YouTube anyway. So.